Hello everyone and welcome to Keep Moving Forward Friday. So those of you who are listening in on the podcast don't know this, but I am actually recording a video of me talking and doing this podcast today. It's really super uncomfortable because I've never done this before. But here we are. We're going to try it out, see how it goes. Because I think it's always fun when I see other people who are recording a video of their podcast. I like to listen and watch. And so I thought, you know what? Why not try it out? Let's see how it goes. Let's see if anybody wants to listen in. So to those of you who are listening on the podcast, thank you for being here. Those of you who are watching with video, also thank you for being here. Okay, so before we get into today's episode, I just want to let you know that I did something completely on a whim this week. And on Tuesday, I just had kind of this stirring in my gut, and that gut stirring told me that I needed to work on creating a community of women, specifically for women in the Midwest. So I'll kind of give you, there is a little bit of a backstory to this. So when I was at the EmpowerHER live event a couple weeks ago, one of the themes that I heard over and over and over again was that women in the Midwest struggled with finding community, especially women entrepreneurs or women who have big dreams struggle with finding community because in the Midwest, there is kind of this like huge scarcity mindset or a lack mindset that makes it really hard to connect with other women because other women and other people just in general don't understand your vision. And so I noticed that this theme was said over and over and over again. And I was in a room with 500 plus people, most of which were from the Midwest. And so if I was hearing this theme over and over again, it's clear that people want community. They just don't know how to find it. So this week, I actually, again, on a whim, because my gut told me to do it, I decided to create a group, a community of women, specifically those in the Midwest, who are anxious and excited and in search of a community of entrepreneurs, of women, of people who will help take them to the next level. And so the group is called the Fierce Ladies Collective. And it is a completely free community for any woman who is in the Midwest. And I say Midwest very loosely because there are a lot of states that are in the Midwest. So like I'm located in Ohio, but I know like Ohio, Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Kansas, Arkansas, like all of those kind of fall into the Midwest. So anyone in this kind of geographical, like middle-ish portion of the United States, if you're a woman who is looking for community, who is looking for somebody who understands the scarcity mindset that you're facing, and you need someone to just like help take you to that next level, whether this is you need like marketing, you just need friendships, you want to find other moms or parents in the group who understand what you're going through. If you want to find people to create a mastermind with, that's what this group is. And like I said, it's a completely free group for anyone with an abundance mindset or somebody who is searching or needing an abundance mindset. This is what this group is. And not only that, this group is going to have monthly get-togethers. So in-person get-togethers where we come together, we share our visions, we hang out, we talk, we get meals, we do fitness classes. Like I have some crazy ideas for things that we can do, but we're going to have a monthly meetup. And then as of right now, that's really focused and surrounded, going to be in the Cincinnati, Ohio area because that's where I'm based. But my goal is to eventually expand this and have ambassadors in different areas because like I said, this covers all of the Midwest. So have ambassadors in different areas that can run their own events so that they can start connecting with other women, specifically who are in their geographical community, like immediately surrounding it. So as I said, that group is called the Fierce Ladies Collective. As I said, it's completely free. And in addition to those monthly in-person meetups, I'm also going to be doing a monthly virtual happy hour. So women who are all over can still come together and find these like-minded women, even if they're not in the exact same state, but somewhat close. So, and I will tell you that I have women who are in the group who are not specifically in the Midwest, but who are there to support others and just pull from this community. So even if you're not specifically in the geographical Midwest, but you're like, I need this, I'm craving this, I'm really struggling with this, you know, pop into the group. We're happy to support you, to be with you. And then if you're ever in the area, come actually join us in person. So there we go. I just had to kind of share that with you because, like I said, I did it on a complete whim because my gut was telling me to do that. And that actually takes us to what I want to talk about next, which is this gut-mind connection. So since coming back from EmpowerHER, one of the things that I've been making a point to do is to journal every day. So I recently just purchased the Peacefully Productive Journal by Jessica Massey. It's one of her Hustle Sanely products. And I absolutely love it. There's a morning check-in, there's an evening check-in. And in the morning check-in, there's an area for notes for you to just kind of write notes, thoughts, prayers, things that are on your heart, whatever it is. And in that area, what I do is I kind of typically write like a couple sentences, and then I go to my just lined journal. So it's literally just lined pages. And I expand upon the questions or the quotes or the things that I wrote down. And since I've come back, oh my gosh, I have journaled so much. And I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm like turning the pages of my journal because I want to sit with it and actually share with you. So when I came back, I started journaling and I started to realize that there's a lot more inside of me than I thought. Okay, how can I describe this? So I talked about it in one of my actual journaling sessions, and actually I think it was today. Let me look. But one of the things, it was today. So one of the things that I talked about is that when I get into a go season, I tend to kind of shut off the emotional portion of my brain. And in that, I start almost working on autopilot where I'm not actually paying attention to my thoughts and my feelings, my emotions, what feels aligned, what doesn't feel aligned, and I'm just doing. And I'll actually read to you guys something that I wrote in my journal this morning. So the question that I was responding to is, what have I learned through journaling? And I wrote, life is not just rogue day to day, like day in, day out. I was in autopilot mode for a while and I lost sight of my emotions and what lit a fire inside of me. And honestly, I can tell you, going to my event, going to this EmpowerHER event a couple weeks ago, reignited that fire and taught me the importance of listening and focusing and processing my emotions so that I can live in extreme alignment. And so, like I said, I've been journaling every day, and I think that's why this Fierce Ladies Collective, why it came to me. Because in journaling, I'm not doing the rogue day to day. I'm actually learning about my emotions. I'm learning about what's inside of me. I'm listening to that gut feeling, that big magic that is in the world, and I'm processing those things. And I'm learning from them. Oh gosh, I can't even begin to share with you how much I have learned over just 1 week of journaling. I've learned so much about myself and what is in alignment and what isn't in alignment, and what is in my comfort zone and what isn't in my comfort zone. And I will tell you right now, this episode is not really in my comfort zone. As I told you, I am literally recording myself on video. Those of you who are watching on video, you can see I'm doing weird things with my hands because it's super uncomfortable. But I'm recording myself and I'm sharing with you. I'm literally going to tell you some of the things that I've been journaling about that have helped me to kind of learn about my emotions and come more into alignment with myself. I just don't know how to explain this, but I want to impress upon you the importance of getting outside of your comfort zone. Because when I was in my comfort zone, I was doing that day to day, that rogue, day in, day out, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to do, this is what I need to do. But in journaling and getting outside of my comfort zone, my focus is less on what and less on who and why. And last month, I had an amazing conversation with my friend Nicole, who actually pointed this out to me. She said, Diana, I think that you're focusing too much on the what instead of the who and the why. And I think it took me until going to this event, 3 weeks later, and taking time to journal that I fully understood what she was saying to me. I was just in that hamster wheel spinning stage where I wasn't looking left or right or looking at my internally even. I was just looking at what's ahead and just go, go, go. I got to keep that wheel spinning. And so now in journaling and getting outside of my comfort zone and showing up on this video, and even earlier this week, I did an Instagram live. And let me tell you a little bit about this Instagram live. I showed up. Oh my gosh. I hope you guys are laughing with me. Okay. So I showed up in this Instagram live with this, it's like it's a wearable blanket sweatshirt thing. It is my new favorite piece of attire. My husband, Sam, bought it for me a couple weeks ago. And it is, you put it on like a sweatshirt, but it is like a full body, like blanket. Like it is so thick and it has a pocket for your hands and it has a hood. So I literally showed up on my Instagram live on Saturday morning at, 8 a.m., mascara all up under my eyes. I had this wearable blanket on and sharing about what I journaled that morning. And that is, oh gosh, okay. I know this sounds so goofy. It's so out of my comfort zone, but it was so in alignment for me. And here's why. Because in journaling, I just learned so much, and I felt this call. I told you, we talked about it earlier, this gut feeling, like I had to share this on Instagram Live. I had to show up weird looking, like I had just woken up in the morning, and I had to share it. And I had so many people reach out like, okay, first of all, I need that blanket thing, but also supporting me on that live, telling me how much that they understood that, and that they felt that what I talked about on the live. And oh gosh, that is just that's what I've been experiencing this past week, is those gut moments, and then showing up authentically, showing up outside my comfort zone, and realizing that that's what people need from me. That's what people are craving from me. And then in doing that, I know who I'm serving, and I know why I'm serving them. Because those are the people who are commenting, who are sharing, who are showing up on the lives. Those are the people who need me. Those are the people, the women in the Midwest with that scarcity mindset. And why I'm serving them is because they are missing that community. And I have the tools, and I have the ability, and I have the passion and the fire to be able to do that. And all of this has come. All of this has come because I chose to journal, to spend 20 minutes with myself in the morning, to reflect on emotions and things that are coming up for me. And today, so I already kind of talked to you guys about it, but let me talk a little bit more about my journal entry from today. And now I'm telling you guys today, this episode's coming out on Friday. I'm recording it on Wednesday. I'm just gonna be transparent with you. So today, Wednesday, November 2nd, when I'm recording this is what I journaled on this morning. So through the month of November, I am focusing on 2 areas. One, I'm going to talk about things that something that I'm grateful for that day, and someone that I am grateful for that day. And today, I said that the thing that I was grateful for was making daily journaling a priority. And the questions that I kind of asked myself that I reflected on is, why am I grateful for this? And what have I learned through journaling? So the first one, why am I grateful for this? I said, I'm enjoying this. I'm literally reading it to you from my journal. Again, if you guys are on live, you can see it. I am enjoying waking up each morning and brain dumping what's inside of me. By journaling, I am paying attention to my knowing and the big magic working through me. I am learning that through journaling, I am learning through journaling how to trust my gut and follow through with the things that feel incredibly aligned. Gosh, and again, not only does it feel aligned, by journaling, I feel aligned. I'm also stepping outside of my comfort zone and doing things that I normally wouldn't do. I'm showing up more authentically and maybe a little bit broken. But let me tell you, like, you guys love the broken. The episode that I just recently released about EmpowerHER and how broke I was from EmpowerHER, that is potentially my most downloaded episode ever. And like in a week. So you guys love the brokenness. And so I'm going to show up more broken. I'm going to show up more authentically for you guys. The last line that I put under that question was, if it's in me, it's for me. But if I'm not journaling, if I'm not paying attention to my knowing and my big magic, then I may not know it's in me. So I'm learning that by journaling, I'm finding out what's in me, because then I'm also finding out what's for me. Okay, the second question I answered, what have I learned through journaling? I kind of already talked to you guys about this. So just learning how to connect more authentically with my emotions. And the last line that I put is, through journaling, I have learned how to feel my emotions and share them with others. So that's been kind of a huge takeaway for me. And then the third question that I asked myself about this is, how can I expand my journaling practice to share my vulnerability with the world? So a couple days ago, I think it was earlier this week, I listened to an episode by my friend Gina Keeping, and she has a podcast called Keeping It Real. I will link it in the show notes because you all need to know Gina. She is fire. She is just, oh gosh, I can't even describe it. She's so amazing. But she has an episode on her podcast that I just recently listened to that says, share your business like you share your pumpkin spice latte. And I even put in there, I put in the notes, I said, thank you, Gina, in my journal. So I wrote, share myself authentically. People want to see the real me. I already told you, you guys loved the broken version of me. They don't want to see, you don't want to see this facade or someone who has it all put together. You want to see me. And when I'm out of alignment, I push my emotions to the side, and that quote unquote put together person comes out. And this is what I wrote myself. I said, drop the act, get a reality check, and humble your ego. You need your emotions, and others do too. And for like an action step for myself, I put, each week I can include one of my journaling entries on my podcast, in my stories, in the Fierce Ladies Collective, or just sharing them with a friend, like being honest and saying, this is what I journaled about today. And regardless of how it's done, this is what I wrote and this is what I underlined. Share authentically, be vulnerable, and allow others to see the real you. So today's episode was kind of a pullback of the curtain to what I am doing and how my life has changed since I came back from EmpowerHER, and how I am living more authentically and in alignment, and learning to allow my emotions to come to the table and have a bigger voice than they've ever had before. So if you are a person who you're struggling kind of like I had been for a really long time without even realizing that maybe you're pushing your emotions to the side. Maybe you are putting everybody first. Maybe you are putting on this facade. Maybe you're super concerned about what others think about you. If you're living your life in a comfort zone because that's easier than facing your emotions, then I just want you to know that I am with you on this journey. Journaling has been so incredibly eye-opening for me. And so if that's something that you feel called to do, please reach out to me. Like, I will help get you started along your journey, even if that means just like a daily check-in to be like, hey, did you journal today? Hey, what topics did you journal on? You don't have to tell me everything. But if you're in this stage where you need that reality check, you need something to help you come back to you, then I'm here for you, because that's what I'm going through right now. And I'm getting super uncomfortable and I'm getting super vulnerable and all of this. But oh my God, I have never felt like so much in alignment. I really haven't. Okay, guys, come back Monday. We have a bonus episode on Monday. I'm super excited for you and for that episode to come out. So come back on Monday for our bonus episode. Otherwise, thank you for indulging me and letting me share all of this with you. And until I see you next time, keep moving forward.